Welcome back. We're live on Hitz 103.9 FM. A big thank you to Betway. Betway, bet the right way. Betway, you always get way more with Betway. Franco Trading Enterprise, still Africa's leading mobile phone shop, and it's so ready for you. Now, if you are a patriotic citizen, then be ready to test your knowledge on the nation's songs and win big from Safari Eco Park, Fortune Spread, and Live On 2 Feminine Wash. Guess what? We're giving you the opportunity to relive your national pride by participating in the Ghana Month Sing-Along promotion. You get all the action on the Super Morning Show and Drive Time on Joy Prime, Joy FM, and Hitz FM. All you have to do is to call in and sing along with the presenter and get the chance to win amazing gifts like hampers and more from Fortune Spread, Live On 2 Feminine Wash, and Safari Eco Park. So how well do you know Ghana? Listeners, I've already welcomed them. Mr. Clark, good morning.
Morning, Chief.
How be?
Andy!
Yeah, man, Robert!
Yeah, man.
Where's Kwame? Kwame's missing in action.
I'm juxtaposing this to Monday.
Bro, fuck is it?
Monday, not the Monday response. And I'm birthday in here. Birthday mood.
It looks like Adam wants
He wants
to
to
join. He won't join the team, but you know the fit.
Yeah, you know the feel.
I want me to call you.
Oh, somebody.
Adam!
Oh, I'm fine.
It's everywhere.
Sentence!
Oh, I'm
Champion.
fine.
So for settings back.
Settings now. Okay, right.
Settings back.
Settings, man.
Okay, settings.
Mzbel is speaking. She says she's never received any award after 20 years in music. TGMA, why? Why? We have to fight the TGMA. In fact, we are marching to TGMA. Mzbel, bring your snaps. Don't forget eggs. And
I'm sure she's referring to Ghana
Powder.
Music Awards
eh,
before Vodafone.
even before, no, long before that, it was the Ghana Music Awards. Then
by MTN.
by the no Space Phone Ghana Music Awards,
So that one.
and then Ariba came in. Oh, Ariba didn't come. I think Ariba came.
Space Phone to
changed
Ariba. Then from Ariba to MTN.
Hey, Ariba.
Space Phone.
Where no,
Ariba.
was Ariba sponsoring Ghana Music Awards? I think it was Space Phone.
Okay.
It was rather Space Phone.
No, but I'm saying that Space Phone, then they changed to Ariba.
Ariba, right?
And then from
No, I'm
Ariba
talking
to
about the Ghana
MTN.
Music Awards. I think at a point they went off a bit. Well, maybe I'm not too right. But Mzbel is speaking. She says she's never received any award after doing music for the past 20 years. She was also very popular in other African countries, including Nigeria, Liberia, Ivory Coast, Kenya, among others.
Are there some things you would have done differently?
Oh yeah, branding. Yeah, I would put more effort and attention in my branding, because how Mzbel was released in the market was but it has helped me though. I have learned from it, but the branding wasn't put together well. I was just put out there like that, no proper branding. I'll go on radio and say anything, put on any outfit, go where I'm not supposed to. You know, I have been in the industry for 20 years. I've never had any. I've never received any award.
Are you serious?
I'm not blaming anybody. I think it's the branding. it's the branding.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's the branding. So if I have to go back to music, I mean, if I should be
Oh, don't worry, I understand.
yeah,
I can
so
speak, I understand.
definitely I will put more effort in my branding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was Mzbel. Hey, good morning to you. Good morning to you, Kojo Kin, my brother Kojo Kin, and to the fashion King Kong. Yes, combination is a calculation. He shooted me up.
Oh,
Did you see my show?
Yeah, you were a guy, pa.
Jesus. Rob sorry.
Hey.
It was put together by Osibo.
I don't know your friend what did you add them, no?
Hey.
No, what did you add them?
Shit was brutal.
I think on that day, Andy fell in love with himself.
Charlie too much.
Like he was feeling himself.
Like himself. Like I was
just
like
walk in the crowd. Just say I don't
yo,
even know. Walking
like
stick, like
yo.
You went alone. Or with a walking stick?
Just get a car, that's all.
Oh, he went with a walking stick.
He went with a car.
I came with the car.
Okay,
that's
okay,
all.
okay.
Just get the car.
I thought a walking stick.
You are not alone.
Say sit in the street, you are not alone. Sit in the you are not alone.
In your words, after 20 years of music. Yeah. One may argue. Bob Marley, which awards did he... Did Tupac pick? Well,
and I will be TGMAs on our one fan command.
I don't think so. I mean, even if someone picked it up, there will be some sort of recognition.
Yeah, because I mean, she really had mega hits.
Yeah.
I mean, in those days, the 16 years alone was, and I mean, there could be, if that's the case, there could be different factors at play, especially. I mean, the songs may be nominated, but maybe the competition at the time too could be a factor why that wasn't possible. But I mean, some female artists of the year and other things. I mean, she should have, because I mean, at a point she was very, very on top of her game, and when it comes to the female space, she was really dominating. So for me, it comes to me as a surprise, because if she had not said it, that I wouldn't have even thought of, Mzbel not having any award over this period. But what for me, I'm happy is that all of these didn't, lower his her vim and zeal, that he was still able to, give the audience what they needed. And for me, the other part of her statement is very important to me, where he talks about the fact that if she is to come back, she would take, her branding very, very important, because at that point, one, she was young and she wasn't prepared, and she just entered and was doing things not how others were intentionally doing it. Like, branding is something she mentions, and branding should be very intentional in terms of achieving, some of these things. You need to be very cautious about the brand name, how you are making sure that the brand name really resonates with the people. Your visual identity is very important. How do you visually, create that identity which differentiates you from other brands, and your brand values, very, very key, and your brand tone, the voice, and at the end of the day, your brand promise, because that is what is going to differentiate you from other brands. And if you are not able to stand out from other brands, it will be difficult for, others to consider you, and you are going to create so many identity crises for your brand. So, right. Branded is something artists need to take very, very seriously.
Right, Rob?
I was just literally going through some of the checking out if there are like big names out there who have also not received awards out there, and it was quite interesting. Bob Marley never picked a Grammy, so to say. Tupac,
but if the Grammy is not the only award.
Well, there may be other. So again, I know, like, when she said this, you'd focus more on Ghana Music Awards. Yeah, exactly. Right. So I'm just trying to say it from that particular angle. There's also the information that Tupac didn't pick a Grammy Award. Notorious B.I.G. didn't pick a Grammy Award. Snoop Doggy Dogg
hasn't.
You know, I think it was recent that Nas.
Nas, I don't know whether he's.
It was a nomination that he recently got, or it was, it's interesting. So, it's just to say that she has good company. Like us in there, because the award schemes, they have specific ways that they use in operating, and at the end of the day, but I know she's had several nominations. Really, I think Nicki Minaj also hasn't won a Grammy as well. Yeah,
I think the year she was supposed to pick. No, Nicki. Right.
She's got nominations.
She's had nominations. I think that year was what's the name of the lady from Australia? T.I.'s girl. What's her name? Oh, yo, I'm so sexy. What's her name? Who that? Iggy Azalea.
Iggy. Yeah.
So Iggy. I think
Iggy took it that year.
I think Iggy and the lady that came here to chew kebab, what's her name? Hello, bitches. What's her name? Cardi B.
Breezy.
So Cardi picked it up, and people felt like, hey, Sister Nikki, what's my bread go? But there are notable names, huge names.
I'm also reading something about Miley Cyrus. It was just 2024 that she picked one. And then Busta Rhymes as well hasn't picked one.
Because I know of Busta.
Yeah,
Snoop.
So there are names, and Sia hasn't also picked
Sia,
one.
wow.
Yeah, with all her vocal prowess and all of that, So, but I think that it comes to she narrowed it down, clearly identifying Brandon as a reason, and I think it's just things that we need to be able to learn from if she's clearly sharing that particular information. So basically anybody coming up now, it's an angle where it's an angle you need to look into, and I'm glad Eden was shedding light on the compelling points of what a good brand is, essentially.
Yeah, but Rob, isn't it a sign of worry for an artist who let me shift a bit from Mzbel, but for an artist who may have contributed immensely to an industry and not win anything, I won't call it shame, because it's a competitive award. One, there are parameters, there are certain things, criteria. There are a lot of things that may be considered first. Yes, but in per your view, in this, don't you think it's a bit worrisome?
So that's why I think at the end of the day, schemes will eventually come into the space and do honorary awards.
Okay.
Because clearly you can tell, because there's Lifetime Achievement Award, and maybe you may not necessarily, you may have impacted the industry over a period, and you just need to be recognized, because nobody can take away the prints, your footworks in terms of what you have done, or the footprints that you have made in that particular industry. So yes, that's why we have that particular category to honor people irrespective of what the competitive nature of the then or the times that they were in full application of the scheme. So I understand, but that's why award schemes also have these things as a backup, because they need to be celebrated to a certain extent. Yeah.
And then what's your take on that?
Yeah, I think that the celebration part, I'm sure it is why the scheme now, for some time now, has been, celebrating people, because others who may not be able to make it through the competitive side. So, you can look at their works and appreciate them. And there are other categories, which, like the Music for Good and others, they are also a way of, those who are doing very well but are not too commercial can also have some recognition of a sort, so that history can capture all of these people. Wow.
Yeah, but to be specific with respect to Mzbel, I think somewhere in 2008, she opted out of the scheme.
Really?
Yeah, she opted out of the scheme. She requested not to be part of the scheme.
Why?
And I think she one of the things I read in that particular light is the fact that she was getting a lot of backlash. A lot of people were criticizing and saying bad things about her when she got nominated, and so for her to actually go through all of these things and still not win, she felt like if she was winning, then it would have made sense, to have continued. But she not winning, and then she had she having a lot of backlash on this particular issue.
I think I've seen a story.
That is why she asked to opt out of the scheme. So if she didn't receive an award, you can also attribute it to the fact that she wasn't really part of it. Hence, because how do you receive an award if you're not part of the scheme, so to say? So yeah, so that exists as one of the key things that happen in
to
the
buttress,
yes.
To buttress that, I've seen a story on Ghana Web dated 14 February 2008, which is sourced from GhanaMusic.com, and it says, "Leave me out. Mzbel tells Ghana Music Awards. Getting nominated and winning an award from Ghana Music Award may be the dream of most musicians and those connected to the music business, but not for hip life sensation Mzbel. Mzbel, who has been nominated for Ghana Music Awards many times since she burst onto the Ghanaian music scene, no longer wants to be part of the yearly process that recognizes the good work of deserving artists." And there's a quote: "I get nominated all the time and never win any award, so they should please leave me out this time around. I just don't want to know." Mzbel born Nana Ikea told Graphic Showbiz last Tuesday. So I think there's a story to that effect where she opted out.
I have very little time, but I'm concerned about musicians who think, once I'm not winning, I can't be part of the scheme. And as if it's a deliberate attempt not to let you win. Again, Adam, you continue for me before Robert comes in. For an industry, for me, I find it very, should I say shameful or disrespectful or disappointing? All combined. Give me one word. Hey.
And this was even
it's a race.
When they had called
How many races did Usain Bolt lose before becoming a champion? I'd seen him lose. I think there were some videos that came where the guy ran a race and lost. Not Pato there, but it wasn't too impressive. He had lost some races before coming up tops. Yeah. So
I think that people, to a certain extent, some people do not understand that it's a sport. Yeah. And once it's a sport, you win and you lose. And the winning and losing is all part of the game. And when I say game, because I'm referring to it as a sport. So yeah, and it's not everybody who is able to take a loss. Yeah, everybody wants the win, but obviously it's only one person who will win in every category. So kudos to everybody who is out there who has participated in the scheme and they have not won necessarily, or they don't win every year, but they do win some years, but they are able to manage both the loss and the win to ensure that, the activity keeps, going on.
And she did that when she had received a call from Charterhouse that her EDB Keke song, EDB had been nominated, and he told them, hey, mama, don't add me to it because of that sentiment she has in the past. And that's why I always tell artists that be careful what you are doing now, because tomorrow when you sit back and you reflect, you feel like I should have been captured, because that is where you need those laurels to look at the journey you've come, to show it to people that these are the things I received. So at times they shouldn't just follow the heart too much just today, because tomorrow is there. So I always tell us artists that they need to keep calm, because some of the decisions we make today you really feel the consequence tomorrow. So we need to be very, very circumspect when we are taking some of these decisions. Just because today something didn't go your favor, you think that you should sacrifice tomorrow for today.
Listeners, we're live on Hitz 103.9 FM. There is an issue coming up. And let me say this. The issue coming up is that an artist, they say an artist is bigger, way bigger than the TGMA. And it looks like this artist will agree to what is going on. But is that the case? Find out. Please don't tune off. Find out. When I come back, if the artist is confirming that, yeah, me, I'm bigger than the awards, and me, I don't want it. An artist, whether he is refusing to be part or he wants to be part, someone from somewhere is also saying that you are bigger than the awards, so my friend, go and sit somewhere. Or Ghanaians also tell him that, Masa, please don't tune off. Find out who and why this statement is coming out.
Are you ready to get way more chances to win with